Okay, this is a walkthrough of the Truline position compensation characterization test that was designed to be done in the field after upgrading a system to use the Truline stages. This assumes that the e-configure stuff has been set to turn on the Truline stages. All the gas handling stuff has been set. The system has been completely calibrated, including screen calibration, and the mechanical gap between the Truline sample chamber and the Truline top plate has been set and verified at 60 thousandths of an inch. There's a few things we want to check or set before we start this characterization test. The first of which is stage accelerations. Stage accelerations are hidden in the position pull-down menu. If you hold the control key when you hit the position pull-down selection, the stage acceleration selection is available. So you hit stage acceleration and this small GUI comes up. For Truline stuff, all the characterization work has been done at acceleration of 5,000 and deceleration of 2,000. So go ahead and set or verify that these are correct and hit OK. The next thing we want to look at is the parameters for the Truline compensation correction itself. So without having to hold the control key on the position menu, first of all, we want to verify that Truline compensation is turned on. So you need to see a check mark next to Truline compensation. Then go ahead and select Truline position properties. And the two values that we're concerned with here are the X error and the Y error, the max errors. So on this system, the max error was set to be 12 and Y error is set to be 50. Y error is typically larger because the Y stage is on top of the X stage and sees a lot more variation in its position. So set or correct these, set or verify these, and hit OK. And the next thing, we're ready to do the characterization test itself. So this test was designed to be done at 5 points in the sample chamber, at the 4 corners, and at the center. So let's go ahead and move to one of the positions. So we're going to move to X equals 10 and Y equals 20. It's the first position listed. And units in millimeter, and we'll go ahead and move. It was very close to start with because this is take 3 of the video. So once we're at this location, right now the stages are not looking at the exact same spot as the video. The Truline compensation has not been basically oriented. So to orient the Truline compensation with this build of code, which is 4.0.2 build 3 or greater, right now the only way to orient the Truline compensation is with a couple of mouse clicks. It takes 2 clicks, 2 mouse moves to get the correction figured out. So I picked a small spot on the sample, what I'm looking at. I'm going to click that. It'll move there, but it missed. It's still not set. The second click, it'll hit it right on. So there, it hit it right on. You can verify on any other spot now when you click, it goes to that spot correctly, or at least within some range of error. Okay, so now after orienting the Truline and we have a spot selected, go ahead and make sure it's centered real well. We're going to do this characterization test from 2 different directions, from the -X -Y direction, which is actually toward the top left of the screen. We'll just click on any location up in the top left quadrant toward the top left corner. Move the stages off. Then carefully make sure you click right on the center of your target spot. In this video, you might not even be able to see the target spot that I've chosen, but I'm carefully clicking right at the center of it. Stages move to that position within some error, and we're going to measure that error. So from the crosshairs to the center of our target spot, I'm measuring the distance. And this distance, you may not be able to see it, but X equals 3, Y equals 3.5. So we'll record this in the table under from -X -Y. Then after this, the next step is to find the center position, go to that center position again, basically correct it, just so we're starting with everything basically perfect. So now we're centered again, and I'm going to go far in the plus X plus Y direction. So I'm going to click on the bottom right of the screen, and then anywhere on the bottom right of the screen, and then now I'm going to carefully click on the center of my target spot again. And then once again, click the measure tool and measure the distance. See, this is just about right on. It's maybe x equals 1, y equals 0. Yeah, that's what it is. X equals 1, y equals 0. And that's all we need to do for each spot in the sample chamber. So repeat this for the 4 other locations, record them, and that's all there is for this test.